Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another GT Sport live stream. This won't go on for too long, maybe an hour, hour and a half. We're doing a daily race B category now. It's now being completely reset for the week, and it is the GT3 cars, or the Group 3 cars if you like, around the Red Bull Ring here in Austria, formerly known as the A1 Ring and the Österreich Ring or something like that as well. 5 laps, it's going to be medium tyres, no pit stops, nothing like that. It's basically just a 5-lap sprint. We've got a couple of seconds left to go until we do match. This will be the first sort of live stream I've done on GT Sport for several weeks, to be honest. I do find out on a Friday or a Saturday what it's going to be for the week ahead, and most of them have been a bit not really interested in that, so I've had to wait now really until there's a track and a car configuration that comes up to my liking. And I do like the Red Bull Ring around Austria, and I also do like running the 911 OSR, or the 991 I should say, Porsche as well, which is the car that I usually go with in events like this if I can. We can see there the grid then. I'm at the back, 16th, haven't set a qualifying time, so if we finish 15th or above we would have obviously made improvements. There's a few Porsches in there as well. The V12 Advantage seems quite popular. The guy on pole has that car as well at the moment. And you are coming into the warm-up then. So we'll have a look at the car settings. As you can see, the traction control on 1, racing medium, brake balance, that's all fine. I'm happy with that. You would have seen there, well, in fact, if I back out of this, in fact, you can see in the bottom right hand corner, we've got the AlphaTauri livery on the car from last season. Usually I run the Red Bull livery on the Porsche, and most of my cars have had Red Bull liveries, but I've decided to go for the AlphaTauri one for this episode. I might change it up between a few races if I do have enough time. I've got a McLaren livery, the original Porsche livery as well, black, white and red. And it looks like quite a few cars are going out there to try and do half a lap if they can. We've got a mix of nationalities in here. There's an Indian in P2 who's showing a bit of lag. I'm not surprised by that. A few French, Italians and Germans as well. A couple of Brits, including myself. And we'll be starting in P16. So, yeah, we'll try to move forward as much as we can. And I've been working with the cockpit camera on this, because I used a cockpit camera on the Assetto Corsa, and apologies in advance for apologies now for not doing the stream on Saturday. Decided against racing on that night. My body needed a little bit more recovery from my working week, but here we go then. It's Monday morning and we're going to do a few races on this at least. Every 20 minutes the lobby sort of resets, so you get 3 races an hour. That's exactly what we'll be trying to do at least. So it's nice to be back in the Porsche. Starting 16th and last. Flashy old headlights. Not too sure what my overall pace is going to be like. We're just going to sort of just wing it and have a bit of fun. I don't take it too seriously on this. There we go then. Starting this far back though. Oh, someone decides to not race. So I was about to say, starting this far back does mean that you are a massive disadvantage, of course, because it's a rolling start rather than a grid start. But give it half a lap and you'll catch up with those ahead of you. As they all battle for position. Someone's gone backwards, and we've almost done the same as well. In fact, we have actually spun it. That is terrible. Good start. Okay, so it's a recovery now. not going to catch the field ahead of us, so we are really now in a battle with this guy and maybe the guy in P13. And as first races go, not ideal. All we can do now really is just push on, learn the track, learn the characteristics of the car. And that was a bit of a cheeky dive bomb there, and I do apologise for that. And I've sort of spun him, and if I get away with no penalty, then I am going to be a little bit embarrassed by that. That wasn't great for me. That really wasn't great. The thing about the Porsche on this game, it does handle slightly different. From the Porsche that I'm used to in Assetto Corsa. What'll be interesting though, as we've now got some clean air, is to see what our lap times are like against, well, the quick guys really. See if that'll give me a bit of confidence going into the second race. 1 minute 30.0 is the fastest so far. 9 tenths off. Sure we can find that. I mean, I'll be pretty disappointed to finish in this position. Kind of have to short shift there on the exit of turn 3. Although it is really just turn 2. .29.9 is now the fastest lap. Confident I'm going to be able to beat that if I can. I'll get very close to it. 30.2, so 3 tenths of the guy currently leading this race. So we do have pace, and you can see there now, slowly starting to catch some of the guys in front of us. That's fine. You can use this race as a sort of experiment. These guys have both got half-second time penalties. Don't think I'm going to be able to make much of a difference in terms of position. Could get a run on the Aston Martin here. And the car ahead also decides to eat it off the circuit, so it's 2 positions in 1 corner, P11. The Aston Martin is still behind me. Better acceleration from him, so he's going to hang around the outside. Just park on the apex. To the final corner then, start the final lap. .400 slower than we did before, even with battling traffic. The Indian sets a new fast lap 29.4, so 8 tenths off the ultimate pace, if you like. Yellow flag up ahead. Can we sneak into the top 10? This guy ahead of me is just been off the circuit. We're dropping the Aston Martin. Oh, someone has spun. Here we are inside the top 10. The race is over. It goes quick here, 5 laps. Oh, I've taken too much speed into there. Don't know if I'll get a time penalty for it or not. We should be okay. It's P10 across the line. Not the best of starts. And unfortunately, because they're 20-minute races, the chances of us getting a qualifying time in are slim to nil. But we've got pace. We've got pace. We're lapping within a second of the quick guys here. So we went up 6th position, 16th to 10th. And yeah, so it should have been better. We've got a bit of time to do some qualifying if we so wish to. Which I think we probably should, really. I mean, a 30.2 put us ahead of a guy in 9th. It would have been quicker than a guy in 6th, in 5th, in 4th, in 3rd, in 2nd. So we do have pace here. Of course, it is the first race of the week, so people will get quicker as they go on. So we'll have a look at now at the qualifying rankings in the top 10 stars, really. Well, the V12 Vantage seems to be pretty popular in the 28s. 6 people inside the top 10 across the whole of the EMEA region. And EMEA stands for Europe, Middle East and Africa. Yeah, the top 10 guys from that region, which is basically a third of the world, and it looks like 6 of them have done the lap times in the V12 Vantage, the Aston Martin V12. So do we maybe change now to the V12 Vantage, or do we try and have a go in the Porsche? Because we've done one race in the Porsche. I think we'll stick with the Porsche, see how it goes for now, and we'll do another race with the Porsche. If it ends up being that the Vantage is the quicker car, then that's the one that we'll use. But it's always good to try and get your eye in at least. So we've got 7 minutes left of the qualifying before the second race. So I have a quick drink there. Okay, so medium, that's all fine. Let's have a look at the top 10 stars. They're in the 28s. And now it's 7 cars inside the top 10 that are the V12 Vantage. So that is, yeah, not great. So really we need to, what is it, 28.9? We'll give it a go. I don't think we'll do a 28 something. Get it in the 30s at least. We're going to get a penalty for running wide. Yeah, we do. Half a second, which will be taken at the exit turn 3 up here. Remus curve. so we'll keep it clean this lap as best as we can, see what our initial lap is going to be, our first qualifying lap that will be registered in terms of where we start on the grid, but we know then that if we do keep it clean, we'll gain a lot of time on the exit of turn 3. In the cockpit mode that I would like to use on GT Sport, it doesn't feel as smooth as ACC, which is why I don't like using it. To be completely honest with you, I'd like to use cockpit mode for all of the games that I use. And our first lap is going to be a mid 1:31. Pretty sure we can do a 1:30. The V12 Vantage seems to be the car of choice so far. So this is where we gain a time over a second already. And you roll the Porsche in. Because of its rear engine, rear wheel drive, we want to take the speed into the corner, roll it through, accelerate out of it. 1.2 up on our previous bests, which of course are our first lap, so we could sneak into the 1:29s here. Gunning for the line. Can we get in a 1:29s? It's so close. A 1:30.015. I think the Vantage is probably the better car to be in. It's all about straightening the car up on exit and getting on the power quickly. Coming out of that corner. Take a little bit too much speed like that, you do sort of drift the rear. Track extended quite a bit there. Hasn't given us a penalty. We've got a chance of getting into the 1:29s here. In fact, I think we will do it. We do. It's a 29.846. And I think we'll exit now. So 29.846. I don't think that'll put me inside the top 10 in terms of the region I'm in. Yeah. Wow, lost a tenth and a half there in sector 1. Wow. Okay, so 29.846. Where does that put me in the top 10 stars? 846. Okay, so second off. We're a second off because there's a 28.8 and we did a 29.8. So we're a full second off of the top 10, but that's absolutely fine. To be a second off in a 90-second lap is absolutely fine. The V12 Vantage is now 6 inside the top 10. We've got a Huracan up there, a Lamborghini Huracan, which I'll absolutely stay away from. We've got an Audi R8, we've got a Toyota Supra, the Racing Compra, and we have another Huracan in there as well. But the V12 Vantage does seem to be the popular choice. So I'm going to take a very, very quick break here and come back to you guys once the grid is all set for race 2 here around the Red Bull Ring. So here we are then for race 2, and we've qualified in P4 due to our lap time, which is what is it, just over 7 tenths off of the Indian in P1. We look at the cars, it's a V2 advantage on Paul, a Corvette in second, a Mercedes AMG GT3 in third, we're in fourth, and McLaren F1 GTR from 1995 is in fifth as well. So yeah, quite a variance of cars. But here we are then in P4, so yeah, that's good, and we can hopefully get a positive result out of this. Do you think I could go possibly a few tenths quicker in the Porsche? I might change to the Aston Martin after this, just to see how it compares with the Porsche. I don't take these races too seriously. I say, of course, to an F1 is when I am in my super serious mode. On these games, it's just a case of just drive fast and see what happens, have a bit of fun. So P4 then on the grid. Can we get ourselves onto the podium? Remains to be seen. Look behind, you've got variants of different cars. That GTR will be quite quick in a straight line, but pretty crap around sector 2, I think. Here we go then. The GTR straight away up on the inside. That will be very quick in the first sector, where it's basically just 3 straights. Someone ahead has a half-second time penalty. I feel like I might need to defend the inside here from the car behind. We're going to do it. He's gone super deep. He's not making that corner. And the AMG is all out of shape with his half-second time penalty as well. And we're 3 wide with an AMG Mercedes and an Aston Martin either side of me. And out of all that, we dropped that to 6th. Too much speed into the second left-hander, lost a little bit of time there. Got a little gap behind the Aston Martin, who I recognise from the last race actually. Very late on the brakes there. Work for us though. The problem we have is that we're not going to be great in a straight line around a circuit like this. The Porsche is good in corners, but not great on the straights. Wow. Two races in a row. I'm not too sure what happened there really, to be honest with you. Just a lot of disappointment. Okay, refocus. Started 4th and back in 14th. And we're last as well, because the guy behind decided to rage quit, so... Pretty disappointing to finish this position. There'll be 2 races in a row where we haven't really done anything of note. In fact, if anything, we've just gone backwards. P12 has done a 360. Get past him. That's the position gained. There's a few cars ahead of us. Hopefully they all start fighting amongst themselves. I think if we can get ourselves back inside the top 10, be a decent recovery. One thing we're good on is the brakes. What's going on here then? The AMG just rage quits. Pulling our way past the Lamborghini. A little bit unorthodox, but whatever. Another yellow flag, someone has spun. Getting to lap 4, lap 5 then. Can we get ourselves back inside the top 10 at least? It's an Aston Martin in front of us. I'm not too sure what's ahead of us. The Corvette. Oh, the Aston Martin is twitchy. It made life difficult for him. Around the outside. He's getting the acceleration on us though, but we've got the inside for the next corner. He's going to have to back out of it. Up into P10 then. We've got the Corvette and the Aston Martin very close in front of us as well. P8 is on here. It should be a nice recovery from fucking nowhere. Okay, coming across the line then. New personal best from us. Less than a second away from the guy in the lead. The Aston Martin sticking his nose in, but I'm not going to give up this position. Went a little wider when he exited turn 1. If it gives me a time penalty for that, that will be incredibly harsh. It hasn't. Okay. Late on the brakes. Bit of contact there. Corvette, I think, is too far ahead now to really come under pressure from us. That Aston Martin braked a bit too late. Can take advantage. Oh, too much speed in and out. Oh, flashing the headlights at the Corvette ahead of me. Can I force him into a mistake? Gaining, gaining, gaining. Right up his backside. Couldn't do it though. P9. Disappointing from 4th on the grid. Nice recovery though. Nice recovery. Yeah, not going well so far. So I think we'll make the change to the Aston Martin. And just see how it does handle, how it does get on. I think though that the lap I did, the best lap I've managed to do in the in the qualifying so far, I could probably do a little bit better than that. I mean, our best lap was quicker than the guy in 8th, 7th, 6th, 4th, and even in 2nd place as well. So we do have pace around here in the Porsche. I do think though that the Aston Martin is probably the better car to be in. So we'll back out of this. We'll see what daily prize we get, although completely irrelevant. I can pretty much buy any car I want at this point. Oh wow, it's a GR Supra, of which oh, it's an FT1. Wow, okay. I believe I already had that one, to be honest with you. So, make the change onto the V12 Vantage, which I do have in here. These are all my cars. A lot of them were Red Bull liveried. In fact, some of them are still Red Bull livery, but the V12 Vantage will make the change into. The Marley livery is what Jimmy Broadbent and his team ran in the Le Mans 24 hour race. I think the best part of about 7 or 8 months ago now, really. Basically, you know, at the beginning of COVID, if you like, close to a year ago now, I think, to be honest with you, considering we are now in April. Anyway, so the other 2 races that are taking place are the N300 at Alsace and the Group 1 races at Spa, which I have absolutely no interest in because it'd be pretty bland. So the qualifying rankings then. So 29.8 we've managed to do so far. The V12 Vantage is Vantage, if you like, Vantage. 6 of the top 10. 28.7 is the best, and we've managed to do the 29.8. So yeah, we'll enter with the V8 Vantage, and we'll get into qualifying and do a couple of. As my headphones decide to disconnect on me, but there we go, we're back now. And yeah, we'll do a couple of laps and see what the Vantage can do, if it can improve its time against the Porsche. Okay, we'll get a couple of laps in. Traction control will knock down to 1. And hopefully we can improve our lap time. Different gearing from the Porsche to the Aston Martin. I've got to get used to that. So a mad looking car though. You can drive the car a little bit more aggressively. It is definitely better in a straight line, but it's also very tail happy. And in the slower corners, it is heavier than the Porsche. So you kind of have to get your braking done in a straight line. And then ready to put on the throttle again. As you can see there, you've got to be a little bit careful. I'll be amazed if this lap time is better than the Porsche. And this is going to be a benchmark. Turning on 8.46. 3 tenths off. It'll be 3 tenths up on our previous bests to beat the Porsche time. We're about halfway there at the moment. Oh, I left it braking very late there. Still a tenth and a half up though. I don't feel like the Aston Martin is any better than the Porsche. It's more twitchy in the braking zones. Third gear through there is quite nice. 29.8, 7.4, we've done an 8.46. We're going to be nearly 2 tenths up by the time we get to the second or the third corner here, but we won't have enough time to complete the lap. Very similar, I think. And we've outbraked ourselves, so yeah, that lap is gone. Absolutely gone, so we might as well just exit. So yeah, to be honest, I mean, I probably need a bit more time. If I had 4 or 5 laps of the Aston Martin or 4 or 5 laps of Porsche, I could probably get a better lap time or a more representable lap time. There does seem to be a difference in the way the car handles. We've done the 29.8, you can see the 28.5, so the lap times are dropping as you would expect. In terms of overall pace, I think they're quite similar with my driving style, but my driving style doesn't mean I have more control over the Porsche than I do over the Aston Martin. You can see there we've now dropped down into 8th place, which is a little bit disappointing, because if we found a couple of attempts we'd been in 5th. If we found 3 attempts we would have been in 4th, but yeah, I think this is, if I'm gonna make a bit of a go of it this season, or so say this season, this week I should say, when I could definitely get a little bit quicker. But again, this is just for fun. You know, the real racing takes place over the weekend. So looking at the cars, we've got a Jaguar F-Type on pole, Corvette, Chevy Corvette in second. We've got a V12 Vantage in third, fourth and fifth, seventh and ourselves in eighth, a Mustang in sixth. We've got a Nismo GTR in ninth, a Peugeot RCZ in 10th, another Vantage in 11th, a Peugeot, an RCF. What is an RCF? ML3 Racing. I'm not sure what made that is. Is it a Nissan? Toyota RCF? I'm thinking it's a Toyota. An FT1 VGT in 13th, which is a Gran Turismo car, Vision Gran Turismo car. GTR in 14th, McLaren F1 from 95 in 15th, and a Genesis, Hyundai Genesis in 16th. Here we go then, 8th out of 16. Midfield. Couldn't be more midfield if we tried. Let's hope for a positive result in this one. Good in a straight line. Corners are going to be an issue. Every race, and I've been reset to track. Well, as live streams go, this has been massively and monumentally disappointing. I'm a lot better than this. I do, you know, I am. Right, let's focus now. Might not hear too much from me in the next 4.5 laps. You try not to finish last. We won't finish last, I'll say that much. But my god, every race has had a spin. Well, this is going well. Someone trade quick. We're up to 15th. P14's off the circuit. We're coming to track. I want a top 10. Get past that guy who's recovering with the penalty. Oh, and he decides to fight back. Last move up the inside. It has dropped this away from the cars in the front now. Well, one of them has a penalty. Yeah, I don't like the Aston. It's way too twitchy for my liking. Heavy on turning and then very light and twitchy on exit. Not really suited to my driving style. Okay, the guy in 11th has a time penalty. He's all over the show. On to P11. I really need someone ahead to make a major mistake now to get back inside the top 10. Don't think it's going to happen. There's a yellow flag though. There is a car off to the right hand side there. So we are back inside the top 10. I'm going to change back to the Porsche after this because I just don't feel maybe I need more practice in the Aston, I don't know. Those last two corners are quite nice actually. 31.0, 7/10 off the best lap so far. When usually in the Porsche you're around about a second off. So if you can hook up a nice lap here, or a decent lap, you are quick. But a consistent lap, it's very difficult in this car. And they're fighting ahead. We're 2.7 behind the Russian. I guarantee that'll be about half that once we exit this corner. Indeed it is. Oh, the GTR. It's going to be a P9 at the finish, unfortunately. Well, 1 second penalty for the guy in front of us. That will drop us up in position. P8. P8 it was. Oh, yeah. kind of got to control my car a little bit better than what I was doing. A good recovery though, but yeah, it wasn't great. Wasn't great at all. Let's have a look at the lap times then, just to see what I was like. 30.2 was my best, which put me ahead of this guy, and behind these guys. So we could have been on for a top 6 then. In fact, we should have been on for a top 6. Yeah, disappointing. I'm going to... Oh, hold on, what's going on here? The Artem snap. This guy here says I'm sorry. Okay, I don't really know what he did, but I just put no worries. Did he do something that I didn't like? I'm not too sure. I can't remember, to be completely honest with you. Genesis. Did he try and hit? No, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. It's done. So yeah, I mean, I could stick with the Aston Martin. Yeah, I'm going to stick with the Aston Martin. I'm going to stick with it because I think once I get the practice in and get familiar with it, more smoothness, I think that we could set better lap times. I think it is the better car. Just getting used to it, I think, around a circuit like this. So we'll join the session now. I think this will be the last race that I'll do. A 29.8 has been our best. 28.4 at the moment. You can see there's a lot of V12 advantages in that. There's a WRX. There's a Subaru WRX that's done a 27.8. Like, what is happening there? That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, I'll bet with you guys in a couple of minutes, and we'll get out of it and do a couple of laps, see if we can improve on our Porsche's time with 29.846. Okay, here we go then. So the first lap we do here will just be a representable lap time. The second lap we do will have our delta time. Just above the speedometer. Kind of got to learn with this car. Okay, so braking late you can, rolling the car in, getting on the power quite late. So far this feels like a decent lap, a decent benchmark at least. What the last two corners going to be like. Too much speed into that one. Keep it in third for this one. Bounce over the curb. Possibility of being quicker than a 29.8. Indeed it is, 29.7. So we've got a good benchmark and we've already improved. A low 29 would be fantastic. Okay, we're a 10th up. It's not going to count. Damn it. 29.797 is what we've managed to do. If the penalty there came in a little bit later, it was thinking 29.5. Oh, I don't know. It's 1.3 off now. I don't know. It's just it's so close between the Porsche and the Aston Martin in terms of my driving style. I mean, I don't have enough time now to back out and go into the Porsche. I'm gonna have to suck it up with the Aston Martin. I think that if I had, 7 or 8 laps of the Porsche and 7 laps of the Aston Martin, I don't know what the difference would be. But I've done a few laps of the Porsche, a few laps of the Aston Martin, and they're very similar on pace. I know that I could do that lap time in the Porsche that I've done in the Aston Martin. What is the big question is if I could actually do it, quicker. I have no idea. Anyway, we start P3 somehow. Just over a 10th away from the guy in the pole position. 2 Brits, ourselves and Ari, 147 behind me. And the other drivers, neither I do recognise from the last couple of races. Not really. I don't know. I wasn't really paying too much attention. So in all the races we've done so far, we've started where we have, whether it's at the back or in the middle towards the front. Last race P4 we've spun ourselves back towards the back, and then had to back towards the back. Yeah, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? And then we've had to push our way forward. So yeah, it's hopefully we can actually not do that this time and actually stay towards the front. I think it's pretty close. A 29.6 in pole and a 30.9 in 13th is it's 1.3 seconds between the top 13, so it's fairly close, and so I'm expecting it to be. But for the last race of the stream, let's try and just have a good race. Because it would be nice to finish somewhere in the top 3, 4 or 5 and not down in P10, 9 and 8 as we've been doing so far. Okay, here we go then. For the final race of this stream, it's a short stream, I do apologise for that. But let's try and end it on the high if we can. Starting P3. Good first corner. Well, that's not my fault. On to P2. It's all kicking off behind. This German guy knows how to race. Does know how to race. Look at this, and the guys behind know as well. Oh, he's twitchy on exit. This is the problem with the Aston Martin. To that corner a lot better than me. Got to live with a gap behind. Too much speed into turn 4 there. Them two left-handers there in sector 2. I seem to be pretty good through there. breaking away from the cars behind. In slipstream now. Well, this has the mine. Aye. On the power 2-2. Giving him some breathing space. Shoulda, coulda, woulda taken more speed through there. That 4 or 5 goes quick here. German guy's good. No pressure from the cars behind. Oh, I've had brake myself. That might have killed it for the race win. Still a comfortable gap behind. Into the final lap now. Gonna need a mistake from the car in front. Gonna win this race. Don't think it's gonna happen. He seems really good. Short shifting to get wheel spin doesn't really help. Oh, grass, get off the grass. Oh, dude, you were nowhere near me. You pushed your way through there, that's naughty. Fuck it. Frustrating day. That was a bullshit move there by the other Brit. Basically, he just fucking pushed his way through. Yeah, well, I don't do GTSport live streams too often, and the reason is well, that really, you know, it's people just push their way through. I prefer Assetto Corsa. It's definitely the game that I'm looking towards in the future, as I already have been. But we started P3, finished 3P, finished P3, I should say, and we had a clean race as well. So finally, the fourth and final race of the stream does see us actually have a decent result. But yeah, yeah, it should have been better. I might message Harry. I'm going to message him. Where is he? There we are. Okay. I'm just going to put really. See what he says to that. Really? Like, really? You're just going to push me wide? Really? You're just going to do that to me? He probably... Oh, he's left he's left the lobby. He's left the lobby, and so will I. So there we go then. That is it. It's a very short stream for GT Sport. Usually I do a longer streams. But it was just a few races just to get me eye in again, if you like. Set of course to Competizione only, and F1 2020 other games that I do predominantly play over the course of the weekend. But it's always nice every now and again to try and get on and do a few races here and there on GT Sport. Of course, we're all waiting for the latest Gran Turismo game, but when that does finally get announced as being released, and it's hopefully at some point this year, I will be making the move from PS4 to PS5 in the time as well. It may be a case of there's a house move going on with myself, so there'll be an actual setup. But for now, it's just a case of just doing a few races here and there on GT Sport. I think we're all looking forward to the next Gran Turismo game coming out. Gran Turismo 7, I think it's called, to be honest, and I'm hoping that everything is going to be a lot better on that. But anyway, it was nice to have a little bit of a stream, and thank you for everyone that has dropped in and out as this stream has gone on. The next stream for me will be on a Friday, around about just before 6 o'clock. Will be the third round of 10 of the final season of the F1 2020 season on One Hub Racing, where we're at China, and hopefully I can pick up a decent result there. So thank you very much for watching this stream, and I'll see you all for the next one in a few days' time.